Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. I'm Doug, and today we're going to make some delicious Bethmännchen marzipan cookies. So stay tuned. Yum. The Bethmännchen marzipan cookie has been around for many, many years. Originally, it was made in 1838 for the Bethmännchen family. They were a very wealthy family in Frankfurt, Germany, and they had their own pastry chef that was from France. And he wanted to make a cookie to honor the sons. And at the time he decided to do this, there were actually 4 sons. So on the cookie, he originally put 4 almonds on the cookie. However, one son passed away. So then he decided to change it to 3. And it's been very popular ever since. And this is such an easy cookie to make, and it's so delicious. And like I said, it's very popular throughout Europe and especially in German Christmas markets. So let's talk about the ingredients you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need marzipan. Some people say marzipan, I say marzipan. This is Dr. Oetker's brand, Lübecker marzipan. This is a 200-gram box of marzipan, which is equivalent to around a little over 7 ounces. You'll need between 7 and 8 ounces for this recipe. Now you can make your own. I have on my channel how to make your own marzipan. You'll have to look at my Stollen recipe, because in my Stollen I add marzipan to it. And it's very easy to make your own marzipan, but during the holiday time, time is important, let's put it that way. So anything to make it a little bit easier so you can buy your own marzipan. Now, where did I get this? I got this off of Amazon. I also got my blanched almonds off of Amazon too. These are whole almonds. This is around a 1 pound bag. You won't need that much. What you're actually going to need is 3/4 of a cup, and you'll be needing a nut grinder because you have to grind your nuts. So 3/4 of a cup of the almonds. You are going to need extra almonds for the decoration part. So I have approximately 1/2 cup over here of those extra almonds. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of rose water. And rose water is really to add to the flavor. This is food grade, of course, and this is the Cortaz, or I think that's how you pronounce it, Cortas brand. And I purchased this off of Amazon too. You're going to need 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to need 1 medium-sized egg. You're actually going to be using the egg white for the cookie and the egg yolk to brush it at the end with some water. So we're going to mix up that egg yolk with some water and then just brush these cookies, and it's going to give a nice golden color to the cookie. Another thing you're going to need is 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. Very important that you have powdered sugar. A 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. If you would like, you can also add some white shimmering sugar at the end to kind of decorate the cookie. I think that would look really pretty. All right, so we talked about our nuts, we talked about our flour, we talked about our sugar, we talked about our egg, our extract, our marzipan, of course, very important, rose water. I think we went through all the ingredients. As far as tools to make, of course, you need a nut grinder, but you also need a egg separator. I like to use this very small ice cream scoop, so this way the cookies are uniform. They're about the same size. So a very small, this is approximately a little over 1 inch scoop. And of course, baking sheets. And I like using Silpat, but you can also put down parchment paper. All right, let's get baking. Okay, so I have my 3/4 of a cup of the whole blanched almonds. It's very important to have the right tools in your kitchen for this. With my marzipan, and take it out of the box. And what you want to do is you want to crumble the marzipan in a bowl. So I have this bowl here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my marzipan. It looks like this. It smells so good. And I'm just going to crumble it up into this bowl. Make sure your hands are always clean, of course. And like I said, this is such a delicious Christmas cookie, very famous throughout Europe and especially German Christmas markets. You can find them, and they're very yummy. Now, if you notice, I am really breaking this up into little tiny pieces. You want to try to break it up into the tiniest pieces you possibly can. We will be putting on our oven. We need to preheat our oven to 350 degrees because we'll be baking these for around 15 minutes. So that looks pretty good. Okay. Excellent. Yummy. Okay, next what I want to do is I'm going to sift my powdered sugar in my bowl here. Remember, this was 3/4 of a cup of the powdered sugar. And we're just going to put this over the marzipan. Perfect. And then we're going to get our egg separator. Very important. We need our egg white, so we have to separate our egg. I always like leaving a little paper towel on the side too, just so I can either wipe my hand really quick or place something down like an egg after it's been cracked. Get that egg white. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to add my egg white. Going to add my rose water. Remember, this is 2 teaspoons of rose water. Smells so good. I'm going to add my 1/2 teaspoon of the almond extract. 1/2 teaspoon. Yum. And then my flour. Gee, this is just so easy. And of course, we need to add our nuts. So what we're going to do next is we're going to combine it, but we're going to combine it with our hands. So of course, make sure your hands are clean. And when we're combining, we're just going to squeeze. And the dough will be a little sticky. And if you find it's a little too sticky, then you probably want to add just a little bit more, either powdered sugar, maybe a little bit more ground nuts. Okay, so I'm just going to add just a little bit more, maybe about 2 more tablespoons of the powdered sugar and a little bit more of the ground nuts, probably less than 1/4 of a cup, because the dough sometimes could be a little too sticky. It's okay if it's a little bit sticky, but you don't want it too sticky. And then we are also going to put it in the refrigerator. We're going to wrap it in plastic, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot better, I can tell. Okay, so we're mixing it with our hands. Make sure you mix it well. Another thing you can do, because I forgot, is to add a towel underneath a bowl. That would help the bowl from not moving around so much when you're mixing. But I forgot to do that. See the dough? This is really good. So you can see, it's going to pat. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this in plastic, put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Okay, so we just took out our dough and we're going to make our Bethmännchen marzipan cookies. Don't forget this was named after the Bethmann family back in 1838. Wow, okay. Okay, so it looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scoop and I'm going to, now this is approximately, like I said, a little bit more than an inch, but I'm going to scoop approximately that. And remember, I want these all to be the same size. So we have these little balls. So we get, so here you can see that it's on this scoop. And I'm going to release it, roll it, and you can see the size of the ball. Okay. Now I'm going to make my balls first, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to decorate them with the almonds. And so we don't forget, with that egg yolk that you had before, add 1 tablespoon of water. Beat the egg yolk in with the water like this, and this is going to be the wash. This is what you're going to brush your cookies with, okay? All right, I'm going to continue making my cookies here, my balls here, and then we're going to start decorating. So stay tuned. Okay, so this made 20 cookies, and the balls are approximately an inch. I think I went a little bit on some, a little bit over. So, but approximately an inch. Like I said, this is a little bit bigger than an inch scoop. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get our almonds, and we have to do it the way the French pastry chef did it on his. Okay, so this is how we're going to do our cookies. Let me show you on this one up here. All right, so we got, you're going to look at your nuts, and it needs to be facing, the point needs to be facing upward, and you're going to just press into the cookie. And it's going to be, let me get my third one, right? So it's going to, all the points are going to be facing towards the top, just like that. Can you see that? Look at that one. And so we're going to keep doing that to all our cookies. Remember, press into it. Bethmännchen cookies. Marzipan cookies. Look at them. Yum. Oh, they look so pretty. I just love how they look. Look at that. Very beautiful cookies, and they taste great. So I'm going to continue with my nuts here, and then we are going to brush them all with the egg. So all you're going to do is just get it, brush it like this, and that's what's going to give it the nice golden color. All right. And that's all you do. And then we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. That should do the trick. All right, we'll be back. One more thing, once it has the egg wash on it, you want to get your white shimmering sugar. That's if you want to use it. And just to make it pretty, a little fallen snow on these beautiful cookies. You don't have to put a lot, just a little bit. Really simple. And now we're going to bake it, like I said, 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And I cannot wait. Yum. So I just took them out of the oven, and oh my gosh, they look so great. And it smells so good. Yes, perfect. I cannot wait to try these. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer them to the wire rack so they can cool. And we want to make sure that they cool before we devour them. I have this beautiful Villeroy Umboch. This is like a serving tray, little cookie tray. And I just love it. Look how beautiful with Santa Claus on there. It's just gorgeous. This is from Germany, Villeroy Umboch. And so what we want to do is we just want to put it on a nice, beautiful display tray like that. But before we do that, I want a taste test. Gotta have a taste test. Mmm. 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 Oh. Mmm. They are so good with a good cup of coffee. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, so good with coffee. Mmm. These are awesome, guys. So let's put them on our tray. Make it look really pretty. There you go. Bethmännchen marzipan cookies. They are delicious. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye. I'm gonna have another cookie.